Hey everybody, it's Amazon Queen. I am coming to you from Tuesday, what is today, the 13th? The 13th. As you can see, I'm wearing a Mardi Gras mask. I got back very, very late Sunday night from my trip to the New Orleans meet and greet done by obesityhelp.com, and I went with Candi Sweet Enough. She flew in from LA here to DFW, and we pulled an all-nighter. She got here at about 8:30 at night, and we pulled an all-nighter because of wildfires in eastern Texas. I was kind of concerned that because of the fires and stuff that we wouldn't be able to get through and we would actually miss the trip. So we drove for 9 hours after I picked her up from the airport, and we got to New Orleans. Sorry, my hair's all messy, but we drove and we arrived in New Orleans. It was pitch black the whole way there until we actually got into the city. So we didn't get to see anything on the way down because it was just black. You know, we were driving over these bridges and stuff and kind of looking out the windows going, I think that's water. It kind of looks like water. Well, we'll look at it when we drive back home. And we arrived at the hotel at 6:30 in the morning, and we were so exhausted because she stayed up with me to kind of help keep me awake, and we yacked the whole way there. Oh my God. I found out I have found my soul sister. With the exception of she is a Beatles fan, and that word is forbidden in my house. So other than music, she and I are a lot more alike than we were expecting. She and I really didn't know what to expect meeting each other in person, and we found out we have a lot in common, and it was just like, haha, there's a reason why we found each other. So that was really, really wonderful. And she is a hoot. Oh my God, that girl is a hoot. And so we got there at 6:30, and bless, you know, if you're going to go to New Orleans, I highly recommend the hotel that we stayed in. It is right there on the corner of Canal and Bourbon Street, so you are in the thick of the French Quarter. You are within walking distance of everything. And we went up to the front desk, and I was like, look, you know, I'll pay for an extra night, you know, whatever, but I just drove for 9 hours because of the fires in East Texas. They kind of looked at me, and, you know, I had bags under my bags, and then dark rings around my eyes, and, I mean, I must have looked like I'd been hit by a car or something. But at 7 o'clock, they allowed us to check in, and we went across the street. But first, we were sitting down waiting for 7 o'clock for the new manager to show up for that morning, and we were just sitting there yakking, and all of a sudden, around the couch we were sitting on comes Michelle, eggface.com, the world according to eggface.com, and she comes running up to us like, hi, and it's like, oh my God, there she is, she's in person, and she is just as cute as can be in person, and my God, that woman goes a mile a minute. I was telling Candace, I was like, I want to know what the hell she's on, because I want to know how to bottle it so I can make a fortune off of it. But we met with her and some of the other girls from the Bariatric Bad Girls, and we went across the way and got some coffee. And then we got invited to go out to breakfast with them, and Candace and I kind of looked at each other and was like, well, you know, we kind of pulled an all-nighter to drive here, and we're kind of wondering if we should go take a nap. And they even told us, it's like, go take a nap. Breakfast, you know, you can get lunch later, just go take a nap because you can't go that long without some sleep. So we went and napped for a couple hours, got up, and went out and about, and went trucking through the French Quarter looking at things. We had a nice lunch in Jackson Square, which was awesome. I had shrimp etouffee for the very, very, very first time. And I was actually kind of proud of myself. It had a big heaping thing of white rice served with it. And let me tell you, that rice looked really, really good. But I think I might have eaten a couple granules that gotten mixed up with my etouffee. But it was really, 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 really good. I will have to confess, however, we did go over to Cafe Du Mont, and for those of you that don't know anything about Cafe Du Mont, Cafe Du Mont is it is a coffee with chicory in it. If you've ever gone to like a Thai restaurant and you've had the Thai iced coffees, it's made with a Cafe Du Mont. This is decaf, so the regular is in a bright yellow can, and I'm not going to go digging through my covers to get my other one, so... but they also are famous for their beignets. And yeah, Angela was bad. And we got a thing of beignets and a cup of coffee while we were out and about on Friday. and I ate one beignet, and I actually have photographic evidence of me eating it. And I actually did, and Candace can back me up, I actually did dump most of the powdered sugar off of it. Half the bags, we got it to go, half the bag was full of powdered sugar. Just nothing but powdered sugar, and it was just like, holy crap. So I dumped most of the sugar off, I ate it, it was good. Would I ever get them again, even if I didn't have dumping syndrome? No, I probably wouldn't ever get them again, because, you know, yeah, I wasn't all that impressed, really. However, within about 10 minutes or so of me eating that, I got horribly, horribly ill because of dumping syndrome. Yay me. So we hightailed it back to the hotel, and, you know, Candace, bless her heart, you know, got me a bottle of water because I was looking a little dehydrated. And we went back to the room and kind of rested a little bit before we went out for dinner. And yeah, we had crab cakes that night for dinner, and it was really, 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 really good. Those crab cakes were awesome. And I got the appetizer portion, and I was able to eat one crab cake. There were 2 crab cakes about the size of a hockey puck, maybe not quite as big, and did have a little bit of a sauce on top, but it wasn't really. It was maybe I'd say between the two crab cakes, there was maybe 2 tablespoons worth of sauce. So, but they were really, really good. And so we kind of split that, and I think she got the Taste of New Orleans, which had some jambalaya and stuff. So I had a couple bites off of her plate just to try a couple things. One thing I am kind of disappointed is I didn't get to try gumbo, seafood gumbo. So next time I go, I will have to try some seafood gumbo because I've always wanted to try that stuff. As you can see, we got lots of Mardi Gras beads at the meet and greet, and that was pretty awesome. You can tell I kind of like watercolors, so yeah. Got mostly teals and greens and silvers and stuff. We also did stop because right next to Cafe Du Mans, down in the French Quarter, is the Harley shop, Voodoo Harley. So I am wearing one of my Harley shirts, and I'll show you guys the other one I got. And there's the other one I got. That's the front, and that's the back. So it says Voodoo, Harley Davidson, New Orleans. I also got a little, because I use, you bring your own grocery bags, because we actually get a discount here for doing that, but I got this nice little bag. I thought it was really, really neat. Same place that Candace got hers at. If you haven't watched her videos, I suggest that you do. So at Obesity Help, it was an awesome, awesome get-together. I got to meet a lot of people that I've been following online, like Eggface. I got to meet Candace, like I said, she flew in. I got to meet a lot of the Bariatric Bad Girls. Antonia from WLSA, I think. And the people from Celebrate, and oh my God. I got to meet a lot of people, and I was very, very happy. It was so nice to be around people that have either been there, because I'm so new out of surgery. You know, I've still got a lot to learn, and I'm kind of learning the ropes as I go. But it was nice being around people that didn't judge me and didn't think that, you know, like some people that I've known that think I took the easy way out by having surgery. You know, they understood my frustrations and everything else, and it was so nice to be around people that understood that. We got all kinds of magazines and stuff that came in our little goodie bags, and we had goodie bags, and as you can see, mine is quite full. Because they were giving out samples and stuff. I have to give a shout out to Celebrate. The president of the company was actually at the meet and greet. They didn't just send somebody to sit there and act bored all day. And there were a lot of little things in this. I've actually tried one of these little chew things, and let me tell you, those things are really, really good, the calcium chews. And they're cranberry, grape, E and S. Multivitamin calcium drink mix thing that's in here. We got to try that. That's their new one at the event, and that was so yummy. I think I may have to order some of those. We got a bunch of different kinds of magazines and stuff, and we got lots of samples of different things, like Better Balance protein chips. These are lemon herb. I actually opened up a bag of these while we were there, and we kind of snacked on them while we were listening to a bunch of presentations, because we had had such a light lunch. You know, it was a nice little snack, and I shared. And let me tell you, these lemon herb ones, these ones are addicting. And there's 10 grams of carbs in, or not 10 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein in these. And they're really, really, really good. These ones are white cheddar, made by the same company. These Snackers Classic 3-seed. I actually opened up a bag of these yesterday to try them. I ended up giving them to my 2.5-year-old. These things are very, very dense. They're okay. They don't have much of a flavor to them. There's 15 carbohydrates, 3 grams of dietary fiber, 5 grams of protein, and 130 calories for this one bag. And to me, that's just not worth it. And they really don't have a taste, which really kind of sucked. I was actually kind of disappointed in those. We also got these pumpkin cheddar snack flats. And these, there's 5 grams of carbohydrates, 2 of fiber, 0 sugar, 3 grams of protein, 50 calories for this one cracker. And as you can see, it's a decent sized cracker, and it's okay. It was definitely a lot better than these. So, but I like the protein chips a lot better. We also got these samples of Juice Plus. They're chewable, essentially ways to get your vegetables and your fruits in without having to eat them, because some people, after having bariatric surgery, depending on what kind of surgery you have a lot of problems getting enough vegetable matter in. I like V8 juice, so I can get mine in that way if I'm not actually able to eat my my vegetables and stuff, but I do try to eat my vegetables, and so far I haven't had much of a problem. And Chike. Oh my God. I have never tried Chike before. I'd never even heard of the company until Candi dragged me over to the table. And I got to try the orange cream, and I'm very picky about texture and stuff when it comes to my shakes. I have Bariatric Advantage. I've got a Walmart brand protein powder. I have one from GNC. I have another one that's Isopure, that's unflavored. My Isopure is unflavored, so I put that into like my soups and stuff. This blends so easily. It's unbelievable, and it's 190 calories for this one pack, 11 carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, 28 grams of protein, and it's got about, on the average, about 30% of your daily vitamins. Some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less, but 30% is about the average. And this was really, really good. I am actually thinking about actually buying. We tried the strawberry, we tried the banana, and we tried this one. This one is by far my favorite. So my birthday's on Christmas, people, so yeah, this would be a nice birthday present. So yeah, and I actually got a free blender ball, but it's dirty because I used it this morning for a shake. But this was really, really good. I highly recommend trying some of the Chike stuff if you haven't tried it. I also got some books. They had a bunch of different people there with books. And I got one, Connie Stapleton. She's a PhD. She is a psychologist that deals with bariatric patients and people with addictions. And I got her book, and she signed it for me. And it says, "Angela, congrats on choosing health." I went and I sat and I did one of her talks. She was one of the people that was doing her talks there at the meet and greet, and I learned a lot, and I'm almost done with her book. This is all I've got left right here to read. And I highly recommend, if you know somebody that's got this book, ask, beg, borrow, steal, return later, of course. But it's a good book. I'm actually going to make my husband read this, and I am running out of time out of this video, so I'm going to make a second video to go over my other books and stuff I got, so stay tuned.